called Goose Esquire, and I play the guitar and synths and banjos and kind of do some of this, well, do the songwriting for Public Service Orchestra. It wasn't really a conscious decision. That's the weird thing. I was making music in sort of various forms for a while, and I heard about the release of some BFI stuff online and made a song using some material from it, but it was purely a music thing, and it was only really kind of sonic character type. I just liked the sound of the voices, and I thought it'd give a bit of character to otherwise instrumental music. But then, as that kind of just seemed to really work, the music and the speech kind of integrated really well, and I kind of thought, it might be onto something here finally, and just kept doing it. And then it was as I started sort of playing live and thinking about how to present the show that using the visuals simultaneously came into it. It was Tom Robinson actually on Six Music. He was presenting the show that I heard on Radio 4, which was talking about the release of this archive. So I heard that show, went and heard the archive, made a song. Then he interviewed me on his radio show, and then when I went in for the interview, he said, "Oh, you should screen the visuals at the same time. You should do that." And so there's like a nice little circle where he's basically responsible for everything. So thanks, Tom. Flaming Lips always had a few sort of bits and bobs in their set. I remember them doing a film about going to Mars, something like, dimly remember something like that, a long time ago. It's sort of more dancey acts, I suppose, some of the more abstract stuff, and some of the stuff British Seapower have done, soundtracking of films, and doing scores for silent films and stuff like that. But I don't know, in terms of the way we use the material we use, slightly different because they're so kind of intertwined that they're almost one and the same, rather than being one is sort of soundtracking another or one is accompanying the other. So it works quite well for us. That process began with me picking up the phone and quite terrifyingly just phoning them up and saying, "Hello, can I use some of your material for this, that and the other?" And to my amazement, after a follow-up email, they said yes. So, they've been kind of working with us ever since, and really supportive and accommodating and helpful when it comes to researching stuff, especially with the space stuff that we've just done through them. They've been absolutely great. And there's a whole load of kind of like American public domain stuff that we've used as well, and we've gone through other companies as well, like Studio Canal to license the Everest footage. But it all starts with just a phone call, really. I mean, there's a mountain of stuff at the BBC that it would be great to get your hands on, but because it's the BBC, they've kind of got these great structures in place and kind of quite strict procedures on selling footage. So I don't think they're not quite small enough to have the flexibility that a company like the BFI have. But having said that, they do occasionally commission stuff, so it's maybe a question of waiting for them to come to you rather than you go to them. So if they're listening. I know what the next thing is, I think, and I've started working on it again with the help of the BFI for some of it, but it's very early doors. I tend to kind of read quite a few books before I get too far into anything and just know a bit about what I'm talking about, I think. Well, that's as yet unproven, but in terms of the space album, I mean, that was the dream. I've been thinking about doing an album like that for about 5 years, so it was a long time coming. Don't be afraid to pick up the phone. That's a good one. It sounds simple, but a lot of people think, maybe they think they'll never get permission, so don't bother asking. Better to ask forgiveness rather than permission. But I think, just from our relationship, especially with the BFI, and how kind of mutually beneficial it's hopefully been, never be afraid to actually just pick up the phone and say, "Hello, can I use some of your footage?" And I don't know. Try and maybe get your own facilities for projecting. In the early days, we were going around venues and relying on venues to have stuff. And I remember one venue, which shall remain nameless, they asked for a screen to project stuff onto. We had two good ones actually. One of them bought us a fitted single elasticated bed sheet, so it wasn't even square at the corners because the elastic kind of tugged it in. That was very depressing. And even worse than that, a show we did in America, they brought out like a mini coat rack and they stuck a big piece of paper over it, folded it in half, and sort of sellotaped it down, and it was wonky. And there were about 12 people there, so yeah, maybe projector on the screen.